There are two kinds of explosions. This first one is non-explosive. It's the most common. It usually involves calm flows of lava and covers large areas of the earth. These are some examples of some non-explosive lava flows. You can see the lava gently flowing down the side of the volcano. While it is a calm motion, it can still be very dangerous because the lava is extremely hot. The second kind of explosion is an explosive volcano. These are more rare, and in this kind of explosion, you would have debris, ash, and gas exploding out of the volcano. Large pieces fall close to the volcano, whereas smaller particles can stay in the atmosphere for many, many years. Here are some examples of explosive volcanoes. You can see that there is tons of ash shooting out of the volcano. What you don't see is much lava. Not that lava can't come out, but this is more of an explosion where there is an eruption. Inside volcanoes, you see two main parts. We have the magma chamber, which is underneath, and then we have the vent. The vent is the opening in the volcano in which the magma erupts from. There are three main types of volcanoes. The first kind of volcano is called a shield volcano. These are very wide and not very steep, not what you typically think of when you hear volcano. Most of these are non-explosive, and they're made when layers of lava flow out of it and harden and build up over time. The second kind of volcano is a cinder cone volcano. These are more on the explosive side. Usually it's a small eruption and lasts for a short time. Usually you find it close to other volcanoes, and it's mostly made out of ash and debris that has fallen and again built up over time. The last kind of volcano is a composite volcano. It's kind of a combination of the two. It has broad bases to it, but it does get steeper towards the top, and it can alternate between violent eruptions, but also have some calm lava flows. There are actually different kinds of lava. Please press pause on this slideshow and read more about the different kinds of lava. Aside from lava, other things come out of a volcano. These other things are called pyroclastic material. These are anything that comes out of the volcano and hardens. So when your lava hardens, sometimes it does it in midair, that's pyroclastic material, such as your ash, any gases that come out, debris also. We can categorize these different kinds of pyroclastic material based on their size. Take a minute and press pause on the slideshow to read about the different kinds of pyroclastic material. A pyroclastic flow is a very large amount of ash, dust, and gases coming out of the volcano. Now this picture may not look very dangerous, but this ash that is coming out is moving at extremely high speeds, and it is very, very hot. If you've ever burnt yourself on steam, then you know how dangerous hot temperatures can be with steam like that. It's the same idea here. We've talked about ring of fire before when we talked about plate tectonics, and in this picture here, you can see the ring of fire located in the Pacific Ocean on the west coast of North America. And it's just the area surrounding the Pacific Ocean where many volcanoes are found because there's much subduction happening.
Volcanoes act out in every possible way. Like a moody person, they can erupt in violence, or steam silently, lazily creep along, or self-destruct. A volcano's origin determines its temperament. Many volcanoes erupt along subduction zones. Here, the great tectonic plates of our planet's surface push against one another. Along this margin, where one plate is rolled beneath another, we find the most violent volcanoes. Explosive eruptions fit our image of a volcano. They create large cone-shaped mountains. These erupt when magma below forces its escape. Fueled by expanding gases and boiled groundwater, The excess heat blasts through. Volcanoes like this often have alternating layers of different volcanic materials: ash, cinders, and lava. These layered cones are called composite volcanoes. Hawaii isn't near the joining of two plates, but it's a hotspot of volcanic activity. What fuels it? The Hawaiian Islands are hotspot islands, created when a pool of magma breaks through a thin spot in the crust. As it burns through, the plate moves along 4 inches a year. One island is carried away to cool, while the next one is created, assembly line fashion. On the Big Island of Hawaii, Kilauea has been erupting since 1983 and shows no signs of letting up. It's an example of a second kind of volcano, the shield volcano. The central crater is called a caldera. It still steams, but probably won't erupt violently. Farther out, lava oozes and flows, creating new real estate as it cools. The wide flow is what creates a shield volcano rather than a cone. This new unstable bench is pure basalt. Sometimes the flows are only inches from the surface. The thick, honey-like lava, typical of Hawaii, cools into a harsh, barren environment that can take years to support life. Cinder cones are a third kind of volcano. Mexico's Paracutin is a dramatic example. Like composite volcanoes, they can be explosively violent visitors to the surface of our planet. They burst forth with enormous quantities of ash, cinders, and lava fragments. They rapidly build volcanic mountains, but never as wide as shield volcanoes, or as high as composites. Cinder cone shape is determined by the size of the ejected material.